Hello there. Welcome back. We are on day 14 of our 21-day challenge for a summer quest. Not really a challenge, but a summer quest or a journey to having our summer body. And as I've said in some of my other videos, the summer body is not necessarily about the physicalness, because in 21 days, we all know that you won't be able to get exactly that sculpted body that you want, right? But what we can do in 21 days, and the whole purpose behind this, is how can we start to be and embody self-love of our bodies and get comfortable in our body no matter what we look like. I am Angela Orr, and for those of you who may be new to my world, I am a serial entrepreneur. I'm a mentor, a coach, an author. Um, I've done so many different things, and I'm a pharmacist of 39 years, having owned and operated two pharmacies that I cultivated to 8 figures. I exited that business so that now I can work with women around the world, as I like to say, from medication to meditation. There's just so much more than meets the eye when we have tools and resources to be able to help us to get to where we want to go. And I've been on this 21-day YouTube video journey to really talk about some different tools and techniques and ways that we can really kind of start to shift our mind so that we can go from really that negative, destructive self-talk that we may have to how can we be more loving towards ourselves. We really need to pour into our cup first before we can really help others. And I know for myself, over the last 12 months, I mean, for a long time, but especially over the last 12 months, I've really worked on my mindset and shifting myself away from that shame, guilt, hate of my jiggly thighs, of my big ass, my big butt, and all of those different things, where I realize that I am who I am and I am where I am, and I can still make changes. But while I'm making the changes, how can I still love myself? And I have found for myself that the more that I can have that self-love and be grounded in who I am, that it's easier for me to make those choices that I want to make to get to where I want to go physically. So today is so exciting. So as I've said, also, of all the different days that I've talked about different things to do, I ask you to really partake and do the exercises every day. And at the end of the 21 days, it's not possible to take all 21 things and go and do them every day. And that's not the expectation, but take what you love, leave what you don't. And I would rather you take 1, 2, 3 things, even one, if it's something that you're going to do consistently and will make a difference for you. Not only that you do it, but it's not a cursory, or you're not doing it out of obligation, but you're doing it because it really is making a difference in how you can profoundly shift how you feel about yourself. So with that being said, yesterday we did the 3x5 manifestation, or the 3x5 of bringing our vision to life. I got so much feedback and I got so many great reviews that I thought, you know what? I hadn't planned on this, but I'm going to repeat that because it is so powerful. So a couple of days ago, I had you write out a vision of what you want your body to be like. How do you want to feel in it? How do you want it to move? What do you want it to look like? And the first day after that, we spent like 10 to 15 minutes really visualizing that coming to fruition. How can we manifest that into being who we actually are today? So yesterday I introduced a technique called 3x5, which is taking that 10, 15 minutes and breaking it down, actually taking the 15-minute, breaking it down to 3 5-minute episodes, where throughout the day, you actually embody and envision how you want that vision to look like in the here and now. And it really is impactful, I think, doing it that way, because several different reasons. First of all, you're a lot of times at 10 or 15 minutes, it's hard for people to stay present. and it's hard to stay connected to that vision. You're distracted, you've got things to do, things on your mind. So 15 minutes, although it's not a long time, it is a long time. So how can we do it in smaller increments? So the 5 minutes where you can still really connect to that, but then it's a shorter time, so you're much more focused. I tend to find that myself and my clients were much more focused during those 5 minutes. So the other thing that it does, which I love, is that it connects you to that vision multiple times throughout the day. So when you're doing this kind of work and any kind of work where we're really trying to connect with something that we want, we're actually establishing new neural networks in our brain. So there's a science behind this, and that's what I love. That's why I love what I do, because it's all science related. And being a pharmacist of 39 years, I love the science, and I love to show that it can be validated. So what you're doing is you're actually breaking or weakening those neural networks to what you don't want, which is the negative self-talk, how you feel bad about yourself, how you have that shame and guilt about who you are or about your body. And you're strengthening or perhaps even making new neural connections or new neural networks in your brain that are connected to this new vision. And the more that you can do that, the easier it is for you to manifest it or to bring it into your life. Because every thought, everything that you think about has an energy and a frequency with it. And on those frequency fields or on those waves is information. So the more information you can put out about what you want, and the more that you can bring that back to you. A lot of science, but it works. Trust me, I've been doing it myself. And I find that the more that I feel good about myself, the easier it is for me to make those decisions about what I eat or don't eat, what I go to the gym or not. And, as of right now, I release quite a bit of weight. I'm continuing to do that, but it's not just, it is the weight, but it also about just how I feel about myself. I have finally gotten to a point where I have released that guilt and shame, and that is what I want for you. So the 3x5, I want you to take your vision that you wrote out a couple of days ago. And if you missed it, it's in the video 2 days ago. So I really want you to write out a vision of what you want your body to be, look like, feel like, moves, all of that. And we're going to set a timer for 5 minutes. We're going to take a couple of heart-centered breaths, which again is another video in this series, heart-centered breathing. We're going to breathe in and out through the heart area several times to kind of get grounded, be here in this state. And then I want you to take the 5 minutes and really envision and really live in your mind how you want to be. How are you feeling? Where are you at? What are the smells? What are the tastes? Like if you're at the ocean and, you can see yourself on the beach with your family and your children, able to play with them or go in the water or even just walking on the sand. I know a couple of years ago, I couldn't really even walk on the sand on the beach because I would, dig in and it was hard for me to walk, but I have gotten past that. I can do it very gracefully now. And so really sit with that vision for 5 minutes and embody it. And embodiment, I mean to feel it. So I'm going to ask you today, I'm going to add another element to this. So we're going to take our left hand and put it on our heart area. We're going to take our right hand and put it on our second center, which is really right around your belly button. So the left side of our body is the feminine side of energy. And that when you put that on your heart, you're really opening up your heart. And when you take your right hand and put it on that second center, that is the center of safety, of the right side of the body is masculine. And we do need masculine energy, not just feeling good, but that masculine energy to then take our feminine energy of what we feel to put it into action, which we're going to be talking about in the next few days. But for now, just put your left hand on your chest, your right hand on your belly area. And as we breathe in and out for a few times, And then, as I said, to really embody details. What are you wearing? What is the texture like? Excuse me. What is the texture like of the clothing that you're wearing? Is it in the summertime? Is it in the wintertime? Are you skiing down that mountain? Are you walking on that beach? Are you hiking up that trail in the fall in Maine or New Hampshire? So really sit with that. And let me tell you, when you truly do this, 5 minutes will go fast. So then do that. I like to do it first thing in the morning, last thing at night, and then one other time. And if you want to do it more than one time a day or 3 times a day, that is wonderful. Do it more, because the more you can connect to what you want, the more you're priming yourself to really receive. It's kind of like a calling card to the universe. This is what I want. This is really what I want. And what I would suggest too is, when you start having those thoughts or feelings about what you don't want, is to try to immediately, even if you don't have 5 minutes, but to immediately go back to your vision of what you want. So to immediately try to dismiss that thought and say, well, that is a possibility, but that's not what I want to connect with. What I want to connect with is that higher self of who I think I want, not only who I think, but who I want to be. Setting the intention of really, where do you want to go and who do you want to be? And, the really great part is that when you can genuinely connect with your vision before it's manifested, you can really start to draw it in even faster. As I said, it really tells the universe, it gives it a strong message that this is what I want. So give this 3x5 manifestation method a try today, and using your hands also. So 3 times, 5 minutes each, looking at your vision or experiencing your vision. So I would love to hear what your thoughts are, how it's working for you. Drop some comments in below. And if you want to connect with me directly, if you would like to have additional help with this or have any questions, my contact information is in the description. I am so grateful for you. I'm so grateful that you spent your time with me, and I look forward to seeing you on tomorrow's video.